dream that one day I will be able to listen to my favorite podcast anytime I want. And also my dream was to be part of one too. My name is Trevor, this is Juan, and this is the Sports Dynasty podcast.
It was my dream too.
Yes. A dream that started a couple months ago, and I'm glad I got part of it now. So
many more to come, bro.
Now, you're probably wondering why the hell I'm singing Martin Luther King, because yesterday was Martin Luther King Day, and that is the staple of NBA basketball. Yeah, a lot of games on that day, including a marquee matchup that wasn't really marquee after that, but, you know.
This is the NBA Roundtable, if y'all didn't already guess that. And you already know we got Roundtable, you already know who's here.
What's good? Your boy's back.
This 4?
Yeah, I think it's 4.
It's 4, yeah.
And another guy. He's far away though. We have another guy who actually plays and played competitive basketball in his day. So we finally have someone who actually has the other aspect of the game, who actually can be on that, has the on-court aspect, who can break down things a little different than everybody else. I have my boy Clinton right very far away from me.
Yo, how y'all doing?
Who I was able to break down the game a different way.
Yes, sir.
Try and get this motherfucker here for a long time. Finally. All right, now let's go.
All right, got a couple of games here going on for this day. We'll start with the most recent ones. The Wizards beat the Pistons 106-100. The Raptors defeated the Hawks 122-111. The 76ers beat on Kyrie Irving's bitch ass in the Brooklyn Nets.
Didn't play.
But he didn't play, though.
He didn't play.
Well, when does he ever play?
So they beat the better team.
Yeah, so. The Sixers pretty much handled them 117-111. The New York Knicks finally get a win. It's been a long time since that happened. But they beat the Cavs, though. 106-86.
Ooh,
the Thunder, who we all thought would be trash, and they are pretty much being consistent. They beat the Rockets.
Those are my boys.
21 down.
112-100.
Those are my boys.
The Miami Heat defeated the Kings 118-113. Giannis and the Bucks destroyed the Chicago Bulls 111-98. The Pelicans defeat the Grizzlies 126-116. The Magic defeat the Hornets 106-83. The Nuggets defeat the Timberwolves 107-100.
God, mad games.
The Spurs beat the Suns 120-118. The Utah Jazz defeat the Pacers 118-88. Sorry, Julio. The team's not that good. They're good, but they got beat by the Jazz.
Oh, he's
he's a
Indianapolis fan. I know that.
Oh, and finally, the Trailblazers defeated the Warriors 129-124.
Freaking third.
Dame time was real in that game. 61 points for Damian Lillard. And we'll review the Celtics game in a second.
And Golden State hung on though.
Yeah,
they forced overtime and everything. It was pretty good. Yeah. For the worst team in the NBA, not bad.
At least they won 4 in a row and for the most.
Yeah.
So they're hanging in there. So, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna discuss the Celtics Lakers game in a second, as the Celtics defeated the Lakers 139-107. Jason Tatum had a party in this game, a big party there. Which I'm not gonna lie to you, when we lost to the Suns on Saturday, I was like, here we go, because there's a lot of games they've been losing. I'm like, yo, you're losing winnable games, like ridiculously winnable games. So I was very nervous coming into this game against the Lakers.
They were gearing up.
Yeah, they were.
I said that all weekend.
Kemba didn't play in the Phoenix game.
No, he didn't play, but
gearing up.
And an interesting stat was Kemba Walker. This is his first win against LeBron James' team.
Congratulations.
His first
1-28.
Those are my favorite memes. Yeah, the jerseys 1-28. He's holding nothing. That's the NCAA trophy. Whatever. That was funny.
All right, so Lakers.
Oh, the trophy said beat LeBron.
Yeah, the Lakers. It was one of those nights, man. The Celtics was hungry for blood, and the Lakers just didn't have it.
They were gearing up.
Yeah, the AD just came back from that. I wouldn't say severe injury, but it was bothering him. He was on a 20-minute restriction. But yeah, they just didn't have it, man. Boston, it's a really good team. They're a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
That was probably a statement.
Dudes are real, man.
That was a statement win for them.
I'm pretty sure it got much to do also with, Celtics getting rest and everything. Kemba Walker, hearing the media. The media. Remember, you gotta remember at the end of the day, these basketball players are human beings. They're gonna have feelings and everything. When the media get to you, you're gonna tend to perform. And yes, he wasn't the best player on the Celtics yesterday, but you've seen it. He's getting the ball, spot up shooter. He could spot up shoot as well as he could off the dribble shoot. And they played with that aggression. They played with that hunger. They made sure that everything that the Lakers, everybody we're all used to hearing from the Lakers defensively and everything, they just they beat them to a bloody pulp, and they shut them down. It was a real serious game last night.
They're here. They've arrived. They're a threat in this league, for sure. The Celtics, I think I said this in the last roundtable. I'm like, these dudes are for real. I've seen it. I've seen their winning intangibles. It's all there, man. Kemba gels with this group perfectly. He has great high pick and roll offense. This team is a threat for sure.
Brad Stevens, you always got to give him credit at the end of the day. From when he first became that Celtics coach, he always applied that pressure, and he just made sure that these boys get busy. Even when Kyrie was there last year and he was on his little bullshit, but Brad Stevens still made sure that things got done.
Right. Shout out to Marcus Smart. This dude has improved.
Yes,
offensively, sir. This dude got a jump shot. He got an inside game. This dude, you have to do a scouting report on him. He will score on you.
50 jokes is one in my head right now.
Marcus Smart.
We all used to looking at Marcus Smart as that guy who flop and basically a Patrick Beverly on defense.
Right.
He wants to get in your head. He's a very aggressive defender. He always been the heart of that team to me, honestly. But
he's the glue guy.
He took that heart of the team's soul and he applied major pressure to everybody that they play against. He takes over. He's basically the leader of that team.
Yeah, he's 100% needed. No question about that. You see a difference when he's on and when he's off.
Yes.
The
dude has an outside shot, man. Like, what can I say?
Yeah.
Marcus Smart has an outside shot.
And he's a very good defender.
11 3-pointers in the game against Phoenix on Saturday. 11 3-pointers.
He dropped 37 points.
Yeah, just absolutely bananas in that game. But me personally, you guys mentioned Brad Stevens. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't sold on him when he first got hired from Butler. I said that he just came off 2 college championship appearances. So I was like, okay, cool, he's a good coach, but I want to see how it translates into the NBA. I wasn't really too sold on him in the beginning, but then he's improved every single year, except for last year when he took a little nosedive as far as like improvement in wins. Yeah, but that's for somebody who I'm not gonna mention. I promised that I was not going to just destroy him right now until you something dumb.
I promised that to yourself?
Myself. I say, you know what? Some people think that I'm too mean. I'm too hard on him. Like, be saying some real ruthless shit.
What?
But
and he doesn't say ruthless shit?
Listen, I'm
his own teammates.
Yeah, listen. Clearly, he was a problem last year. He was the problem. And, I'm glad he's gone.
Took the high road.
I took the high road. He's gone. He's in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn got to deal with that for the next 3-4 years.
Brad Stevens, I think, if he has guys who would just buy in to his philosophy, they're going to succeed.
Yeah, I agree.
He brings the most out of players who could provide so little.
Reminds me of a team in Boston.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Kemba, he's been in a losing environment his whole NBA career.
Yes.
So him going to a team like this, especially the franchise like the Celtics, historically is like the best franchise. He's going to buy in because he wants to fucking win games, man. So, he bought into Brad Stevens, and look how they're playing, man.
And look at the way he evolved Jaylen Brown. That is by far my favorite player on that team.
I'm a big fan of Jaylen Brown as well.
Jaylen Brown was looked at as that guy that would lock you up, won't say much, and would have a good highlight play every now and then.
Yeah,
Jaylen Brown came out and he became a scorer.
Yep.
He evolved his game
efficiently.
The haircut, not even to be funny, but the haircut even brought his game up a little more. He probably was holding him back, probably all that weight and everything from the flat top, but he became. You could tell he evolved his game. There's no question about it. There's no saying about it. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is definitely the future of that team.
So does this game mean anything?
For the Celtics, it does. For the Celtics, it does because before the show started, you said, or I don't know if you said it during the show, but you said it was a statement win. They needed to beat a powerhouse, and that's exactly what they did. They destroyed them. Lakers, we already know what's the deal with them. We're worrying about May and June with them. We already seen how good they are.
You already know I am.
Through 33-9, they've already showed it to us. But this was the win for the Celtics to say, look, we're here and we could go to the finals.
Exactly, especially since like when they played against Philly the last 3 times, they lost all 3 games against Philly. It was kind of like, even though it was a win against the Western Conference team, I need to see more from them against the East. Yeah, they beat Milwaukee early in the year. It was the big statement against Milwaukee. But I need to see more how they do in the conference. Like
once.
Yeah, at least let's see how they're gonna fare with them. Because listen, and I think anyone playing the Celtics in the 7-game series, they're gonna be up for their money because they're a physical team. They're a physical team. We seen what we did with Giannis early in the year. Completely took them out of the game and had them beat them, and they couldn't. So, like I said, we just gotta figure certain things out. But I think they are a lot better than they were last year. Kemba, he's having fun. Kemba's having fun.
I want to say he looks happy.
He's in an actual team since his college days.
Yeah, I agree. So it's like, so we'll see where it goes from there. But I need to see more for the conference. That's all.
Yeah, so then what else have we seen for the rest of the conference, the rest of the league? Mid-season is past 41 games for everybody's schedule.
I believe 42.
Yeah. I'm saying it's his mid-time. The All-Stars is next 3 weeks?
Right.
Something like that. So we'll touch on the rosters in a little while. Let's go for just straight up mid-season recap. Best team, surprise, disappointments, etc.
There's one game, and I'll just mix that into what you just said. The fucking Houston Rockets in that OKC game.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
They're up 21 points. They let go of a 21-point lead. Chris Paul has a 27-point second quarter. And what the hell is going on with James Harden, dude? Like, his slump is on another level.
I agree. James Harden is a very great player, but this slump that I'm seeing from him is ridiculous. I was talking to my cousins the other day on how he should be defended. I've been saying this for the longest. He's been getting defended exceptionally well to the point that when he gets the ball, I'm gonna shoot it, and hopefully it goes in. You see it in his reactions. He hit one three-pointer out of 17 yesterday. And that was a horrible shot. And what he did, looked up, praise to God. That's exactly what he did, and that's what he's been doing on this whole slump. I don't understand what's going on with him. Maybe the averaging 37 points per game or whatever has gotten to his head. I don't know if it's the neck braids. But, homie, I don't understand. You and Westbrook was the biggest excitement for every single soul that watches basketball this offseason. And you're underperforming, my brother.
And this team...
You.
Yeah, it's him. You. This is a good basketball team.
Very.
He is holding them back
currently. They are able to beat the Clippers. We seen it. And because of you, you're holding them back. Yes, Westbrook cannot shoot and everything, but Westbrook is the best player on that team right now.
What would you say if I told you he's shooting 44%, Westbrook?
Wow.
That sounds pretty good, right?
Wow.
Great.
That sounds great for
Westbrook. What the hell planet?
Wow.
You went back in time.
And Westbrook is always that person that is thrown under the bus, thrown in the mist when he loses in general. It could not be his fault. Sometimes it would be his fault. But he's performing really, really well. And he needs you, and you're not performing. I don't understand that. You've been getting locked up by Terrence Ferguson. He's a very good player. He's a very good defender. Most of the time, you're getting double teamed. The Lakers played zone on you the other day, and they shut you down horribly. 2-3 zone. They've been playing that against most teams, but they applied that pressure on you like it was high school basketball. It reminded me of my high school days when I was getting double teamed full court, and I had to split through the defense. You splitting through the defense and missing, taking horrible shots. I don't understand why you don't shoot mid-ranges.
It baffles me.
I don't understand. And people tend to put you in that greatest scorer conversation with Kobe and Kevin Durant. And
this will never happen to them.
I don't understand that, bro.
Nope.
Like,
it never did.
The way I would play James Harden is the way Ferguson had. He been playing him straight up, but I would sacrifice my whole game, even because I have an offensive game. I would sacrifice my whole offensive game to make sure that your left hand is cut off. I notice when applied pressure is on you, you don't dribble the ball more than 2 times in your right hand. You don't. You like to do tween cross, right? Step back and you settle for it. Hopefully get a foul. Hopefully jade in the person's face, right? It's been working for a little while now, but haven't been working lately. Y'all been losing. Y'all 6th seed right now. We was expecting y'all to be top 3.
I was.
Yep.
And I don't understand, James Harden. You need to get. I feel like personally, you're gonna get it together, but the way it's looking right now, it's not. This is not acceptable, and this is to the point that we just looking at you for highlights and all these fancy step back moves, and you doing all these crazy dribble moves and everything, but we not expecting you to do anything in the playoffs. That's how everybody, not even me and everyone here, that's how everybody is just looking at you right at that point. You're
One
just
thing I realized in this stretch about Harden that I wouldn't say fear, but this dude could get an early round exit in this year's playoffs because of this. What teams are doing,
possible.
Just like Clinton said, some teams are running zone. If you have a good enough defender, they're guarding him man up. And what most teams are doing are they're doubling him. So what I've realized about James Harden is that he's not a reactor. He's a thinker. He has to get into a rhythm.
Yes.
And then he'll start destroying the teams. But if he has applied pressure throughout 48 minutes of a game, how can he get in any rhythm? And what are the results of that? This dude cannot score. Like, it's not just, these are not just bad games, these are shitty games. 1 for 17? What the hell is that?
His worst stretch in his career.
He can't get in a rhythm. They're cutting off his left. So if this dude doesn't get in a rhythm, what can he do? How is he effective? Remember, he doesn't play defense. So what is he? So he's looking at a point where he's
playmaking either, like he's supposed to.
It's looking like he's damn near unplayable. That's what it's looking. He doesn't play. He's not playing off the ball. Because a great player, if this happened to Kobe Bryant or Kevin Durant, like Clipson was saying, what they would do? Okay, I'm gonna move off the ball. Since I can't get the ball in my hands every time I get doubled. I'm gonna move off the ball.
I'm gonna get in the post.
They're gonna get in the post,
and I'm gonna shoot a midi.
You see,
work off that. But those are the people with go-to moves.
Yes.
Those are people that are not reacting.
His go-to move is a step back.
And on top of that, reacting, I tend to notice, it is very, very, very easy to get in James Harden's head.
Yeah.
Very easy to get in James Harden's head. And that, with a player of that caliber, cannot happen.
Yep.
That cannot be accepted at all.
He is not a reactor. He has no reacting skills in his game at all. At all. He cannot react to anything.
For those who don't understand what they're saying, for the month of January, this is the field goal percentage for each game for James Harden. Against Philly, he was 13 for 24, with 44 points against Philly. Against Atlanta, he was 9 for 34 with 41 points. OKC 5 for 17 with 17 points. Minnesota, he was 8 for 17 for 32 points. Against Memphis, he was 13 for 37 for 41 points. Portland, he was 3 for 12 for 13 points. The Lakers a couple days ago, 8 for 20 for 34 points. And OKC a couple days ago, he was yesterday, it was 9 for 29.
So he only has one game, which was the first game, where he broke 50.
Yes.
Like, that's less than 20% in most of these games. It's terrible. It's bad. But right now they are the 6th seed, and if it ended today, they play against the Jazz, who's one of the hottest teams in the Western Conference right now.
But at the same time, I do want to give credit to OKC.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm a fan. We looked at them as a team that is going to struggle for the next couple of years. And yes, they will struggle come playoff time and everything, with all the first round picks that we're about to receive and everything. But Chris Paul, man, you got traded, and I don't know what's up with Houston trading these players, especially after they performed really, really well for y'all. Y'all did the same thing with Carmelo. Y'all waived him.
I was just about to say that.
Y'all waived him after he dropped 2 20-point games. And y'all lost. And I don't understand.
Any good?
I don't know. I don't know. I think Portland. I think he's keeping Portland afloat for now. Yeah. It's like and I'm glad you mentioned that, because the NBA Houston Rockets technically, and then the NBA basically said, oh well, 2 of the best NBA players of our generation, Chris Paul and Carmelo, are out the league. Carmelo's out the league for half the year last year. Chris Paul, but he got traded. Well, they was thinking about waiving him and buy him out. Like, the sheer disrespect of these two great players is ridiculous. I think Daryl Morey needs to answer some questions as far as Houston, because I think that we let him get away with him falling short. And analytics. I'm not a big fan of analytics. I'm not. I think it has its place in the sport, but you can't base it on Moneyball, like Moneyball in baseball, saying, oh well, he should have percentage. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. You traded Chris Paul for Westbrook with the same contract. How's that helping you guys at all financial wise? How's that helping you?
This is the same dude that took you out of 7 games, and everybody was basically saying that if he didn't get hurt,
they would have beat the Warriors.
That was a really good basketball.
That was a really good basketball team, and with the exception of him not performing the next year really well, that is just really that's unexplainable. I don't understand.
I think what happened there, and in Daryl Morey's defense, I think he got caught prisoner of the moment, because so did I. Because last year Chris Paul looked like he needed to retire.
Yeah,
like, it was really, really bad.
He looked like an old man.
Yeah, it looked like to a point where he literally picked his spots where I'm gonna go 100%, and then after that I'm burning out. And if anybody watches Naruto's, it feels like he's going 8 gates and then he's done. Mm-hmm. But it was really, he wasn't healthy. That really just what it was. He wasn't healthy, because CP3 is as good as ever. That's crazy, man.
Yes, right. You notice CP3 is a competitor. All his teams that he done,
man, that dude's a dog, bro.
Mm-hmm. Are very, very competitive. Every single team that he's been on are competitors.
That dude's a dog.
So you know he's not the issue.
So I want you to explain something real quick before we continue on. Okay. So he went through all of James Harden's little stupid stints and this little slump. And if you haven't noticed, every one of them was still about 30 points or more. Explain why those points may or may not have mattered to anything that's been going on. Obviously, it hasn't, because they've been losing. So explain that to them, because you already know people are going to say, right, oh, but he scored 40, he scored 40 and 30.
Well, it's because there's one thing where a lot of people shit on James Harden for. I give him a ton of credit for it. He's cracked the code. The dude knows how to get to the free throw line. Despite all that, he's going to get points on the board because he knows how to get to the free throw line. And I'll debate this till the end of time. That is a skill set.
Yes.
That is a skill set. He understood what the rules are. He understands what contact is needed to get there, and he's doing it. Yes. Because why can't anyone else do it in the history of this game but him? He's not even a top 10 player of all time. So how come he could do it and not everyone else could do it? It's because he cracked the code.
Defense wins games and everything. Harden is not a defender and everything, but he plays it as the way Mayweather boxes. And it's, whether you hate it, because a lot of people hate Mayweather's fight style a lot, but it got him, 51 wins?
I think it was 59-0, something like that.
50?
Yeah, for
50, and he haven't lost not one time. But James Harden haven't reached the finals since OKC days.
So everybody that's gonna overreact, we're just saying his style, the way he thinks about the game. He's playing by the book. We're not saying his greatness is equaling Floyd Mayweather's, because that is ridiculous. We're just saying the way he plays by the book. He understands the rule book, is what we're saying.
And that is a skill. Like he said, you hate it, you love it, doesn't matter. He's still putting points on the board. Those points doesn't really matter because they're losing, and his field goal percentage is horrible and everything. But at the end of the day, it is a skill set, because nobody in the history of this game has done it. Nobody but him.
Nobody. All right.
He's averaging 11 free throws a game.
That is OD.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Which is the most in the NBA right now.
That's usual. Mm-hmm. All right, so now, mid-season recap. The best team, surprises, disappointments. This is going to be a discussion, not a list thing or anything like that.
Okay.
So, go nuts.
So, best team, I know you hate this, but honestly, I can't really decide. I will say best team is like a tie between Lakers and Milwaukee.
Yes.
I can't really decide. I guess I'll pick the Lakers, but honestly, those are the best 2 teams in the NBA right now, honestly.
Yes, there's honestly no argument towards that.
They are the best 2 teams, yes.
The Milwaukee Bucks, they got the MVP. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to shoot threes now. A little more. That is dangerous.
He's
We are in-
33%, something
we are
like
in
that,
trouble.
right? That's kind of scary.
I'm letting y'all know that right now. As freakish, he's the Greek freak. As everybody's explaining and everything, he is the real deal. He can guard your best player, and he will give you 30 to 40 the same night. He is a machine. He is a walking machine. As far as the Lakers, dude, their defense is ridiculous.
It's like
man.
the Great Wall of China.
Yes,
down there.
their
It's-
defense is ridiculous. Everybody is there to win. You could notice it. They're having fun, from the bench players to the starters. Anthony Davis going over there is a blessing. Dwight Howard.
He's the one I'm happiest about.
Oh man, Dwight Howard. He's going nuts. He recovered his career so well from the way he's performing. He's looking young again.
He's locked in.
He's locked in.
They're all locked in. That's what it is. Everyone has something to prove.
It's beautiful, and as much as Braun haters hate Braun and everything, you gotta accept it, man. The Lakers are back.
It's called the winning attitude.
Yes.
Yep.
The
That's what
Lakers
they have.
are back.
So what is that? Best team? So we would say what? Most surprise?
Yeah, surprises.
So again, it's close between. I'm cut between two teams, and that is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Miami Heat.
Yes.
Oklahoma City
Yes.
Thunder, because I'm thinking, okay, lottery is what I'm thinking. Lottery.
Everybody's thinking
These
about
dudes
I
are
didn't.
playoff
Out
contender.
the mid-tier fight for 8th seed spot. Because, yeah,
Right.
Chris Paul.
I didn't know what Chris Paul would come. Remember, I'm basing it on last year. I'm thinking this dude is on his way out.
it. Yes, sir.
And nope, he was right back, and they're in the playoff hunt. Miami Heat, because they're an elite basketball
Yeah,
team.
they're better than I thought they were going to
Yeah,
be. And I
they're
thought
elite.
they were going to be a top 5 or 6 team in the East, but
I
they were
gave them-
second.
Yeah, they're
So, yeah,
second.
that's
I
kind
give
of
them
ridiculous.
Like maybe 5, 6, 7, but no, they're an elite team.
Yes.
And then we see the emergence of Kendrick Nunn, who came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nowhere.
and Tyler Hero,
Yeah,
Bam
nowhere.
Adebayo. It's just a great ball club.
And all a part of that. Yes, I'm an OKC fan. Yes, I'm proud of my boys, but I am mostly proud of Miami. Why? Because of Jimmy Butler. He is such a horrible player, or a horrible teammate.
You look happy to me.
Look at what he's doing to these young bulls, man.
He's matured. I agree. He definitely matured. He sees the dog in those young players.
Exactly.
That's what I'm about to say. I think because
the
he
dog.
sees players he can actually play with.
Right.
He actually likes the teammates he's with and loves the culture.
Yes.
It's Coach Spo and freaking Pat Riley in the freaking front
like,
office.
come
How
on.
do you dislike that?
Exactly.
If any of you guys ever thought of Coach Spo now, come on. I've always
I
been
gave
a
props
fan of
years
Coach
ago.
Spo.
Years
Always
ago.
been a fan of Coach
You have
Spo.
to.
Another surprise to me, at least, is Toronto.
That too.
They
Yes.
didn't miss
Yes.
a beat.
Right, that too.
Well, I mean, they did technically because,
yeah, but
Kawhi
they're-
Leonard.
I know, but their record.
But they're third
Toronto-
in the East. When I had them eighth, they're third.
Toronto, man, I'm talking about their whole core, man. They came and they said, "Yo, Kawhi, you left. Congratulations, but we're still gonna get busy.
still
without
hungry.
you.
Yeah.
We are still hungry. Kyle Lowry's still averaging 20 points per game. He is putting up them numbers. He's getting old. How old is he now?
He got to be like
34.
34.
34, 35 years old, and he is still getting busy. He's still moving like
He's
a
a true
bull.
vet.
Nick.
Pascal.
Nick Nurse is the coach. Is coach of the year.
Yes.
Coach of the year. And
I got between Nick Nurse and Coach Spo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then also it shows you how elite Masai Ujiri is as a GM.
Oh,
yes.
How elite he is. He took a chance with Kawhi last year. They had a feeling he was gonna come back next year. Then he goes to the Clippers and they don't miss a beat. It's like now you see Kyle Lowry say, all right, fine. This is my team now. You have to. This is what we're gonna do now. And it's worked out. Like he's the best GM in basketball
No
right now.
question.
It's all about the
And
hunger.
basketball.
Took a chance with
It's the
Van
hunger.
Vliet. This dude, he's another one that could be runnings for most improved player.
Yes.
I mean, this dude was a role player, and now he's like legit starter role.
Yeah.
Where he's gonna get buckets on you.
He got the first crazy ankle breaker of the year.
Right, and then Pascal Siakam is just like his game is just beautiful to
Yeah.
watch. He is literally just elevating from role to all-star, and he's I'll give him maybe if he does this one more year, he's near a superstar level.
Yes,
This
sir.
dude is just a beast, man. No question.
Siakam.
But I will have the reason why I don't have them in the level of Miami, OKC, because OKC, I'm like, okay, these guys are gonna suck. Miami, I'm like, they're gonna be okay, but maybe a first round exit. Toronto, I was like, they're still gonna be good because of their defense. So my expectations for Toronto, I thought they would be the better teams in the East. but they're actually one of the best teams. But the gap with OKC and Miami, I think, is larger. I think, yeah, between those two.
No problem. It ain't a list or anything. That's cool.
Obviously,
just want to throw them in there.
Obviously, when I was trying to cut you off,
are you good?
Now I'm about to say the rookie of the year, but you can finish with your
John Morant won that. A month ago.
He won that a month ago. Yeah, he won that a month ago.
He was somebody that I'm compared to a lot for my play style and supposedly my looks. I don't know. But that is my boy. He came in and he said yes, Zion was the first pick. Yes, all the attention was on Zion Williamson. He got hurt and everything. I can't wait for Zion to come back tomorrow, to be honest with you. But he got hurt and everything, and he took that and he said, I'm going to still give y'all a show. He got these dudes, Memphis, an 8th seed.
Yeah.
Nobody's
seen that coming.
Yeah, man, that is another surprise. Memphis,
huge
surprise.
Nobody's seen Memphis going 8th seed. They traded one of their best players in Mike Conley.
And Marc Gasol.
Franchise players.
You feel me? Franchise players, and they said we're gonna take our chance with this kid, Valanciunas, Dylan Brooks, Triple J. They're performing. They not scared. They having fun. You can see it. That boy John Morant is having fun.
And to give him credit, because I'm not gonna lie to you, in the tournament last year, before when the Murray State beat Louisville in the first round, nobody knew who John Morant was. So it's like he showed out. Even though a lot of people try to oversaturate the tournament, saying that this little gems there, because like a lot of you, nobody knew who he was unless you follow college basketball. Nobody knew who he was, and I thought that fine, he's number 2 pick, maybe to over exaggerating, but he definitely has exceeded expectations already, and
it's already to the point that people like Tracy McGrady are saying he's gonna be the best point guard in the league someday, and I believe it, and he's gonna be an MVP one day.
I could believe that.
I believe it too.
I've seen it in him.
That's basically a Derrick Rose mixed with Trae Young.
Because he got a jump shot. Yeah.
That is dangerous to have in our league today. He's not scared. He plays with heart. Once again, he's having fun, and he, like Trevor said, he's an underdog. Nobody knew who he was. Everybody knew who he was for what, a dunk that he caught on somebody that was crazy. But what does that mean? People get dunked on every day, right? He came into this league with some anger, a lot of anger, and he's using that anger efficiently on a lot of people. He told James Harden, "Let that motherfucker know who I am."
He did.
He did. Yeah, you gonna leave me some space? Boop. Boop. Like, all right.
I think those are the biggest surprises.
I mean, it's not really a surprise, but we basically see it all in full picture now. The Dallas Mavericks. Now we was kind of wondering, would they be borderline 8 seed, depending on if they can stay healthy or not. But Luka Doncic really.
Yeah, they were my 8th seed.
Yeah,
they are a guaranteed lock in the postseason in the middle of.
We see them within the next 5 years.
Luka Doncic is
probably right.
Luka Doncic is pretty much like he's Patrick Mahomes.
Yes,
that's just pretty much what it is. He's
much.
Patrick Mahomes. He's the Patrick Mahomes of the NBA.
And people don't forgot. Probably including some of us here, probably, but people don't forgot about Rick Carlisle.
Yep.
Yes.
That's such a beautiful motherfucking coach.
Hall of Fame level
coach. Still an elite Hall of Fame coach. Yes, 100%. I don't know about y'all. I think the 6th man of the year, honestly, Derrick Rose has been absolutely killing. I think Derrick Rose is the 6th man of the year.
I was gonna say he's my 1 in 6th man of the year. 2, I probably got Dennis Schroeder, and then 3, I probably got Montrezl Harrell. Then 4, Lou Williams, and 5, I'll say Dwight. But it's a race between Derrick Rose and Dennis Schroeder for sure.
For sure. They both coming off the bench at 6 man, scoring 20 points a game, giving their team what they need. Detroit honestly do not deserve Derrick Rose.
I agree.
I don't want to be too harsh on Detroit, but they're falling apart. They're already talking about trade.
Yeah, they shopping them. Yeah.
And yes, Derrick Rose need to be somewhere playoff capable. I'm talking about high caliber team.
Somewhere he can win.
Somewhere he can win because it's at that point. We seen that Derrick Rose came back last year after scoring 50 points a game, and now he got a jump shot and But at this year, he said, "I'm gonna show y'all more. Let me show y'all more. Let me show y'all that I could be a little even better than
what he did last year. That already showed me that he was something that anybody can use a player like him. Is that he's still consistent."
Yes.
He's not consistent in the hospital, consistent on the court. He stood on the court and played very high level basketball all of last year.
That is what's most impressive about me with him is he changed his whole game.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
When he was the MVP, he was this explosive player that relied on his athleticism.
Borderline reckless.
Right.
Yeah.
So now he switched from that to being a kind of smooth operator kind of player.
He plays at his own pace. He can switch it up. He's still as fast. He can
still dunk all over your face.
He can still explode, but he doesn't use it because he knows what his body has
mastered his new body.
And
he's mastered it.
He's having fun as well. He just need a win. That's the only thing with Derrick Rose. Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
The Pistons, even though despite they talk about blowing it up and everything, they're only 3 games behind the AC. So you're not gonna say him.
Right, I know
to get stomped by Giannis. Like what?
I mean, at least with this, it makes sense. But as Quest said before, they don't deserve Derrick Rose. But you can see his confidence is back up there, and he'll never be the 2012 Derrick Rose we used to see him.
And no one should be expecting that
again. Him and Blake Griffin, and they just get them out of there. Send them to teams that's going to win.
I agree.
I think Derrick Rose going to Detroit though is actually fantastic. He got to showcase.
Yes. Oh, next year he's getting that contract.
Everybody. Yeah. But he still got something up.
Somebody's gonna want him badly by the trade deadline.
That's what I'm saying. Being as disgusting as that state when it comes to sport is, him going there actually helped out a lot.
We got disappointments.
Yeah. Yes. I have disappointment already.
So Houston, Portland. That's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And he was just Houston because of one guy, because they were the 3rd seed, like about a couple weeks ago.
And the thing is with Houston and me is we kind of expect, we just know what's going to happen with Houston. Like I said earlier, James Harden performs. He's a seasonal player. He performs in the season and everything. He's not even performing right now. He's in the only slump right now. He is horrible right now. He's the biggest talked about player when it comes to disappointment right now.
Biggest loser.
But we expect what's going to happen with them, and a part of that is also Mike D'Antoni.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He sits back, he lets his players chill, okay, cool. But when things hit the fan and shit get real, Mike D'Antoni don't got plays to make them wake up. Just at least wake up a little bit. Yep. Not even get them on top. Just wake up.
Yeah, he should.
I'm talking about when Houston loses in the playoffs, they get their ass whooped.
Like Aaron
Rodgers. They get their ass whooped. So a lot of that falls on Mike D'Antoni. I never seen a successful coach that's so unsuccessful.
He's Andy Reid.
I don't. He's
Andy Reid.
Well, pending. We'll see what happens next week with Andy Reid though.
And James Harden is Peyton Manning.
I can't believe we forgot about the big surprises. Phoenix, the Suns.
Oh yeah, they're winning games.
They've won more games this year than they've done the last 3.
This is a statement year for them.
They are a team that, me and Raul say, are a trap team. You do not know what's gonna happen with them. They are very good. They was top 4, I believe, or top 5 in the playoffs. This beginning of this season.
Yeah. And now they're in the hunt for 8th.
Now they're in the hunt for 8th, but they're still very, very dangerous.
2 games out of 8.
Because it's the Western Conference.
The game they had against San Antonio last night, you could just see it from there.
But they'll win at least 35 games this year.
You'll see the hunger that those young players got. I feel like a lot of that, yes, is Devin Booker, but also Ricky Rubio going to that team.
His fundamentals is intangible.
Fundamental is intangible.
Kelly Oubre, he's
Kelly
underrated.
Oubre is just underrated. He got that hunger. He helped bring them back yesterday, and they almost beat San Antonio. I was watching that game. That was one of the most.
He used to be. He's
entertaining.
Washington, right? I loved him in Washington.
Yes.
He was so underutilized
I used to rant.
Yeah,
Washington didn't let him play.
He was so underutilized. It was stupid. Well, that's why they're freaking.
That's why they're the Wizards. But Phoenix is a big surprise. Good one. Good call on that, Trevor.
As far as big disappointments for me, I'm gonna say the Brooklyn Nets. Why? Even though they're fighting injuries whatsoever, the injuries, they shouldn't be. They're the 8th seed, but it's they're 6 games under 500. They should at least be over 500.
The thing was that's all Kyrie's fault. You know why? Because and I'm not even saying that as as a bash.
I'm just looking at Trevor because he.
I'm not saying.
I'm surprised he said all that to begin with.
Right. Because what?
And that said it with a straight face too.
What D'Angelo Russell produced, that production is just gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're
It's
supposed
just
to.
gone.
You're supposed to be showing us more. Like they traded D'Lo for Kyrie Irving,
Who
That
does
is a
everything better.
That is a superstar.
Yeah.
And
Well, we can't say that anymore.
right
but
now, it's just like, what
supposed
the
to do
fuck?
everything
What the
better.
fuck happened? And it's to the point now, Kyrie, that anything you say, anything you do that just doesn't have, that's not appropriate, is gonna be used against
He
you.
just needs
you're-
to like shut up.
You're in
Yes,
New
you just need to play
York.
basketball.
He's in the New York media. He does not understand what that means, huh?
At
Being in
all.
those teams is not for everybody.
In
It's not
New
for
York,
everybody.
this is the most
Oh.
scrutinized media outlet in the world.
Bro.
You do anything stupid in New York, we gonna know about it and we gonna destroy you. That's
Especially
really
me.
bad.
Especially me.
And yeah, so the thing with that is that remember, D'Angelo Russell was an all-star last
he
year.
was.
Yeah.
So you just lost production from a all-star tier player, and you got a role player instead, Spencer Dinwiddie, who's an all-star this year. He had to put the team on his back. So what can you really expect, man? They're missing a whole lot of production.
Yeah, whose fault is it really?
That's Kyrie's fault. It is.
Come back, get one win against the Hawks. Ooh.
Oh, that's so
And
hard.
You're talking. I don't understand. I don't like that. Like you get one win against the Hawks, you lose every game after that,
Yeah.
right?
I think they probably won one.
One more.
And I'm not actually 100% sure if they did.
And
Yeah.
you start talking.
And then
bro,
he missed
like,
another game. Like, what happened there? Why didn't he play yesterday?
I don't understand that he got injured. That's what everybody's saying.
They're
He's
saying he
injured
had
again.
he pulled his hammy or whatever. I could believe that, but it's because it's you. I question it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it
Because
just
you
feels,
can pull your hammy anywhere, anytime. So that can happen anytime.
But with him,
but-
it just feels like stuff is piling on
Yeah.
top of
Yes,
stuff
and
and stuff.
it's hard. Like I like Kyrie, man. It's hard to love Kyrie, man. Like the media, all the media bull crap you're doing, you performing, of course, but you just the things you're saying shouldn't be said, even if you feel that way, and it's just not acceptable. Like we gave you the benefit of the doubt from Boston last year.
Most of us.
Most of us.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you came to New York. We expected more from you. We didn't expect you to be a championship team and everything, with the exception of Kevin Durant being hurt and everything. But you come to Brooklyn, they trade D'Lo, and you're not there, bro. Like your
Right.
mentals is not there.
And then he talks like it's his team. Like
You talk like you're the
You know who's in
GM,
your team,
bro.
right? You know who's Kevin Durant, right?
Apparently not.
You're never going to be him. Kevin Durant is an all-time great.
You need
He's
to
a
be
top
humble.
3
Yeah,
small
you're
forward of all
going to
time.
be a sidekick next year.
My-
like,
The thing that I think that this guy Kyrie Irving fails to realize is not everyone can be a number one, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone can be the man, and that is fine. But you fail to realize is that and you notice it too when you was in Cleveland by yourself. You tried to be the man. It didn't work out. You needed LeBron to come take over the pump. You was there. You were there. It wasn't until LeBron and Kevin Love had come there to pretty much make that 4-year stretch of Cleveland. All right? In Boston. What the hell? We went to Boston, right? Oh, my bad. Yeah, sorry about that. You cut that shit out right there. Anyway.
I should stun your ass right now.
Anyway, they
Supposed to
basically
know better. Been this for 4 or 5 months.
they basically traded you for IT in 2017, 2018. But he traded IT in for IT, and then it's like it was cool while last week we got like a better player who plays defense than IT. I think like defense saved his life. But it's either you was always unhealthy, or you just making cinema I'll stay here in Boston if they'll have me. Like what? Why are you even addressing your free agency in fucking January, February? Like I just didn't get it. And it's like you keep alienating your teammates. You were a bad. I don't care what anybody said. You're a bad teammate in Cleveland. The fact that you were upset that LeBron even allegedly said that he wanted to trade you out of there. Cleveland should never trade you with 2 years left on your deal.
And that's not even
He never said that
proven
shit.
fact.
It's not a proven fact.
It's not even a proven fact.
It was so bad that you had to go and publicly apologize to LeBron for being a dick. Like
He did do that.
He did.
Yeah, like,
Instead, you publicly apologized to the bro. You could have just called him, bro. Like
Really?
I don't understand.
Again, involving the media,
Bro,
like you said.
You're
like you
involving the media.
Mhm.
Like you're looking like an actor, my brother. You're acting. Go for some movies, bro. You probably gonna agree. I don't understand what's going on with you, man.
Uncle Drew too.
Uncle Drew too, yes. And I said, I like Kyrie. I like his play style. The handle is cool. You know, his finishing ability. Wow, but
it's at an all-time level.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
OD, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't think that KD and Kyrie thing is not gonna work. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. I think it was mostly for hype because even though the Nets have the better packaged team, they will always be number 2 to the Knicks. And that's saying something because the Knicks are horrible. But the Knicks will always have the heart of number 1 for New York. And the Brooklyn Nets are trying to find that identity to be number 1, but it's never going to happen.
It's like much like the Clippers and the Lakers.
Yeah, the Clippers will always be number 2 to the Lakers. It's never going to change. So just worry about you staying healthy and let the team. Because I don't know how Kenny Atkinson can deal with that. I don't know how he can deal with that at all.
This dude is crazy, man. It's a crazy dude, man. I don't
know.
I don't know how LeBron dealt that.
I don't know how. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. And I'm like I said, normally I would have shit on him and cursed him out and call him all types of motherfucker and everything. But I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, because he did it last week.
But I'm not gonna do that. I'm being serious. Like, get it together at the end of the day because like you don't want to be known as that crybaby. And you know New York. You playing Brooklyn too?
It's very too late.
Yeah, our fans are. Yeah. We will trash you.
Destroy you.
Like this is New York.
Oh yeah, we see you in the street. Don't give a shit.
We're gonna trash you, dude.
It's like Instagram. It's like Instagram posts. He said, "Oh, he felt some type of way when the first time he went to Boston, right? When they went to Boston, he didn't play, and he knew they were going to destroy him in that stadium." And he wrote an Instagram post saying that, "Oh well, I'm doing my mental health."
Oh, when he wrote that whole little essay,
he ran away from the Boston. He ran away from that smoke.
Saying all that, I'm doing my mental health. It's just a game. I'm like, so that was a game now. It's not fun when people are making fun of you and people are coming at you. It's not fun no more.
It's gonna be worse when you're gonna have to go there eventually.
I'm telling you right now,
it's gonna be bad when he goes.
Next time they go to Boston in March. That's
gonna be bad.
I'm telling you right now. If he does not play that game, I'm gonna call it as it is. He's ducking them.
He might play them in the playoffs.
It's possible.
It might
it's
happen.
Possible. So you're gonna have to go back eventually, and the longer you duck it, the worse it's gonna be.
Stop ducking them. Stop ducking.
Unless you're gonna retire right now, there's no way you dodging Boston.
Stop being a girl, Kyrie.
Basically,
stop ducking the heat.
Come on, dog. You're supposed to be a grown ass man. Well, anyway.
This is disappointment. I don't know. Yeah. Besides that, that's
we good.
And then the Spurs. The Spurs, honestly, we kind of.
They're a good December team, mid-January team.
You ain't call this.
He did.
What?
That they weren't gonna be shit.
I said they wouldn't make the playoffs.
He said that they wouldn't make the playoffs.
But they're ninth.
Are
they?
Yeah, they're okay.
No. Ninth ain't playoffs, so you're calling it right now.
They are okay. From what I seen yesterday against the Suns, and yes, the Suns are a good team and everything. What I seen is
I haven't heard that in a very long time.
Yeah, San Antonio, bro. I don't know. It's looking like they come in. It's looking like the end. It's looking like
they are a little hot though. And in this month, the end of December, mid-January,
I'm gonna give credit.
They start winning games.
I want to give credit to DeRozan. DeRozan has been performing, but my question is the consistency for DeRozan.
That's what we're waiting for.
How long is that gonna?
We'll see February.
He's been.
You had a 3-point shot.
No, you can't.
When you was in the Raptors, I don't understand what happened, bro. Like you're not hitting any more threes.
No, he's been on a tear though. The last 10, 15 games, he's been on a tear.
So All-Stars. Talk about that real quick, and then we're done.
So my reserves, West. Speaking of DeMar DeRozan, I slipped him into my list because, like I said, in the month of December, late December, mid-January, he's been on about a 12-game tear where he's just been killing. And in that stretch, they got to win against Milwaukee and they got to win against the Miami Heat.
Yes.
Right? He's averaging 22 a game on 53% shooting.
Oh, 50s. I like that number.
You hear that, right?
Yeah.
53% shooting. So I think he made his last-minute push to be an all-star. I could be wrong, but I'm saying, in my opinion, I think he's an all-star. I got Nikola Jokic.
Everybody got Jokic.
He's averaging 19, 10, and 6. Those are good numbers, man.
So
what? He's not averaging 20.
You gotta explain Jokic.
Yeah, they're 30 and 13.
The hell are the big man in the West gonna be there besides him?
Exactly, and they're 30 and 13, so they're winning.
Good.
I got Russell Westbrook. He's averaging like 24, 7, and 9 on 44% shooting.
Once
for
again,
Russell Westbrook, that's
the
really
best
good.
On Houston, where he's not supposed to be.
Westbrook, you hear 39, 40%, 44.
That's good. Everybody's boy that came out this year, Brandon Ingram.
That's my boy.
Brandon Ingram's a reserve this year.
Also contention for most improved, by the way.
I think
Yes,
he's
sir.
leading for that most improved player. He got the spot. Devin Booker got a spot, 26 a game. I think he's shooting 51% on 26 points per game. That is
He's not starting?
insane. Nah.
no, he's not going to start.
Nah, he's not gonna start.
Kawhi,
James Harden,
James Harden.
LeBron, Luka, and AD.
There you go. So Devin Booker, he's playing like a starter, but he's not going to start. Who am I missing? Rudy Gobert,
Yes.
14, 15, 59% from the field.
Yeah, I heard you scoring a little bit.
1.9
Yes.
blocks per game. This is the
That's not
reigning,
fair.
Him off the pick and roll has been really, really dangerous.
the reigning
that Utah
defensive,
team.
the reigning defensive player of the year. Come on, man, you
Yes.
know this.
2 times
2 times.
in a row.
Donovan Mitchell, he's averaging I think 24.7, so he's almost at 25 per game. I think he's averaging like 5 assists. I think he's shooting about 46%. But they're 30-13. They're winning. They are currently, in terms of streaks lately, they are the hottest team in the league
Yes,
right now.
Utah is very fun to watch
They're
as well.
third, I think, in the West.
Yeah, the third in the West. Yeah.
Right. They're actually tied for second with Denver.
Yeah, with
Because
Denver.
Denver is 30-13 as well. I think, is that 8 spots? Was that all 8?
I don't think.
Was that all 8?
I believe he did. It's all in. Like,
Donovan Mitchell, Nikola Jokic, DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook, Brandon Ingram, Devin Booker.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, you said it, yeah.
Okay. So guys that and Clinton will agree with me on this. Guys that you probably think will get snubbed are like Andrew Wiggins.
Totally.
You see, the thing with John Morant is I don't think rookies make it. I think it's like an
rookies do
unwritten
not,
rule.
Rookies do not. That's an unwritten rule.
Yeah.
John Morant, you gotta wait.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So he'll make it. He'll make it.
Yeah.
He'll play.
Yeah.
He'll play in the USA World game in the.
Yes.
I missed one. I missed the 8th one. Chris Paul. I got
Yes.
Chris Paul.
Or Shy.
Or Shy, but the only reason I got Chris Paul
I'll
because
take a big
Shy
Chris
is
Paul, yeah.
averaging 19 and Chris Paul's averaging 19, but Chris Paul has 7 assists per game versus Shy's 3.
And name. Remember, it is the
Yeah,
All
that
Star.
too.
Yes.
The name does matter. Chris Paul has a
So,
much bigger name.
A
So,
guy you probably would think got snubbed is Shy, Wiggins. I don't want to put Damian Lillard because I know he's averaging about like 25, but the 8 guys that I just named, I think they deserve to be an All-Star more than Damian Lillard.
Yes, they do.
you know, the C word. What's the C word?
You're not-
Consistency.
Damian
Oh, yeah.
Lillard is arguably not even the best player on his team playing right now. He's the best player on his team, but it's looking like Melo.
Right,
Honestly, he's looking like Melo.
right.
Melo's playing every night, and he's performing.
Yeah, he's consistent.
He's
At
consistent.
a high, in the system he's playing, and he's finally found a system that fits him. Was like he let him be himself. Like still, he's still people saying that his game is a dinosaur type of style of a game. That's as a pretty much a dinosaur level. Like listen, still the same moves, still catching people with the same moves.
I know.
he did
I know what they
years
meant
ago.
though.
It's because the triple track, the triangle. It's the
Right.
whole triangle.
I know what they meant.
And it's a different
His shit
game
is
now.
he grabs the ball and he slows down the game. This is more of a fast-paced league. So what he did is now he just goes. So he's either getting the ball, he's getting the ball, shooting a post fadeaway, or doing a little drive. What he's doing is gonna happen in 3 to 4 seconds.
Exactly. He's one of those dudes that gotta go to
That's
move.
wonderful.
Obviously the jab step. He's a triple.
That's so
he's
wonderful.
a triple threat god.
He changed his
Absolute
game.
triple threat
He
god.
changed it.
But you notice it now when he's in Portland. He gets the ball and he goes.
He just
Smart
goes.
man.
He goes.
I love it.
He's making a decision within 3 to 4 seconds, versus his old self 10 to 12. So,
He adapted.
so that was West reserves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay, East reserves. I got Ben Simmons. This is also my guy who everyone likes to talk so much shit about.
Of course.
He's averaging like 17, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. So he's averaging a career high in rebounds per game, a career high assists per game. He's averaging 2.2 steals per game, which is the league leader. So he's averaging career high on steals per game.
Forgot he's the leader.
Yeah,
Still,
he leads
bro.
the league in steals, and he's shooting 59% from the field. So he's having the best season of his career, and everyone's shitting on him.
Just because he can't shoot.
He's arguably, I'm talking this year, I'm not saying overall, he is the best perimeter defender this year, currently. He is a lockdown defender.
Yes.
He will be an all-defensive first-team player. He's a lock for
He's
an
a
all-star.
hound. He's a hound. And
Yes.
he plays the passing lanes like a sicko.
Right.
He's OD. on the passing.
So he's playing great. I got Zach LaVine. This dude's averaging 25 points per game in this dumpster fire of a team that is the Chicago
The reason why
Bulls.
they're asses in seats.
He
Right.
tied Curry for most threes hit in the game.
Right. My man is a legit sniper.
Yes,
He
He is
is.
13.
He's the one that hit 13.
He basically pulled off a
he's
T-Mac.
second. He's
He
second.
basically pulled off
Yeah,
a
he
T-Mac.
pretty much did a T-Mac.
He's second.
So
Clay's
you elevate
number
from dunker to shooter. You're adapting to today's league.
Yes.
25 points per game. Bradley Beal, his shooting numbers are superstar level.
Very
So he's
elevated.
averaging 27 per game. That's LeBron, that's Kawhi,
Mm-hmm.
that's KD, that's Curry. That's what they average. That's around the range that they average. 27 per game.
And yes, John Wall's out. Yes, he's on the Washington Wizards. So what do you expect? But he's still doing it.
He's still
Give
doing
him
it.
his
Yeah,
credit.
most people would
fold.
Exactly. He's not folding. He got better. And they're in the playoffs.
And I believe they're the number one offensive team in the league.
I think they're
in rating.
right. They're at least top 3.
They're top 3.
They're bare minimum top 3. So Bradley Beal is without question an all-star.
They're gonna give y'all buckets. They
Matter of
probably
fact,
can't defend
you could debate.
but they're gonna give y'all
You
buckets.
could debate that he should be a damn starter, Bradley Beal.
That's what I thought.
But he's not gonna get it. There's no way he's gonna get the votes for that. Who else is Spencer Dinwiddie. I swear to everything, if this dude does not make the All-Star, I will make a rant video about it. Like, it's that serious, bro. He is averaging
You got a platform right here, bro.
points per game.
That'd be funny.
This dude was a role player.
Yes, he was.
He was.
And he's averaging 21 a game. Kyrie's out. You know how much weight went on his shoulders to carry this
He
team?
put them on his back.
Right, and they're in.
13
They have a
record,
spot. What, they're 7th seed? This dude is a all-star without question. Who else is an all-star? This guy. So this is the guy I want to make the all-star more than everybody in the whole NBA, and that is Domantas Sabonis. This dude right here is a baller. 17 and 14. 54% shooting.
54%.
He is a bully.
He has multiple double-doubles.
He's a jump shooter, right? So then,
Right.
54%.
That's what I'm
Stretch
saying.
four.
Ridiculous.
He's a stretch four.
Stretch four.
So he's shooting threes, he's shooting middies, he's shooting post fadeaways, and he's shooting 54% from the
That's
field.
not fair.
Are you
he's
kidding
a,
me?
And he's a white boy that dunk on your face.
Yep.
You
Without
don't play no game.
Oladipo, he is the best player in the Indiana
Yes,
Pacers.
he is.
And he is also in the running for most improved player.
Exactly.
And you got Andre Drummond. The dude's averaging 17, 15. I said 2.2 steals with Ben Simmons, right? He's averaging 2.1.
What steals?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hello.
a center. And he's averaging...
Drummond play defense.
And I think he's averaging
That kind of defense? Like,
1.7.
1.7 blocks per game. And obviously he's shooting like 55%.
and plus, he has a name. Everybody
Right.
knows who.
And you get his 2020s.
Yeah.
Remember, this is regular season. He is all-star. You cannot deny that. Was that 8?
Yeah, that was 8.
So, notable guys. Oh, Kemba Walker. No, it's not 8. Kemba Walker.
That's a starter. No, that's a
No,
starter.
Trey Young is a starter.
Okay.
Trey Young is starting.
Yeah, when you talk to starters.
Yeah.
So my starters is Trey Young,
Trey
Jimmy
Young, of
Butler,
course, Jimmy,
Siakam,
Giannis.
Embiid.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Kemba Walker. I said 6. Kemba Walker.
Mm-hmm.
You see the way he's playing in the high pick and roll, averaging like 22 per game with like 7 assists. And I got Jaylen Brown. He's my 8th guy.
Yes.
He's averaging 20 a game on 51%
Who's
shooting.
Celtics?
So I got him over Tatum because he's shooting.
No, I agree with that.
He's shooting at a higher percentage, and I think he's playing better defense than
Yeah, I
Tatum.
agree with that.
So those are my 8 Eastern reserves.
People who will probably get snubbed, we don't know yet. Derrick Rose,
Derrick Rose,
of course.
Tatum,
He put up a fight though. Again, name. He put up a
Yeah.
fight.
Derrick
Put up a fight
Rose,
for that.
Tatum, Kyle Lowry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the biggest one where I wanted him to make it, but I just can't put him over anybody that I just named, and that's Bam Adebayo. I think he's the one that people are going to go crazy about getting snubbed, and I'm sorry. What can you do? Who you going to take out? I don't know. Bam Adebayo,
Bam.
Devontae Graham from Charlotte. He's
Yes.
also
Most
one of the biggest
most
surprises.
improved.
Right.
He's a runner-up for most improved. as
And
well.
I think that's about it. One fear I have where I'm gonna be livid is Kyrie might start. He's up there in the votes, and if he starts, that means Trae Young is gonna get in because the dude's averaging 28 points per game, and then that means Kemba Walker's gonna get in, meaning someone's getting snubbed.
But is that a fan vote only?
I think it's something more.
The starters are fan vote.
It's not only fan vote.
It's
It's like the shit that we can see.
Starters are fan vote.
Reserves are the coaches.
Reserves are coaches.
All the coaches team up and
Yes.
put the reserves. So he might start. I'm gonna be mad.
He might, and that's gonna be some bullshit.
They gotta change
I'm sorry.
that because NFL's like Pro Bowl is
But
fan
I'm
vote
speaking
and coach and all
right,
that shit.
but I'm
so they gotta do
speaking
that.
on production and who
Perspective.
Well, you're what it's supposed to be.
right and who
Basically,
should start.
what is-
Who
yeah.
should start?
All right, well, this is actually a pretty damn good show. This has to be the most educational one that we've had. This is episode 4, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. This is why I gotta be here. I told you. Anyway, this was wonderful. I absolutely love it. I learned like 6 different things today. All right. Is it my turn to say all the stupid platforms we're in? All right. So we are on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartradio, Google Play Radio, YouTube. I'm missing something. Stitcher Radio. And we're on Twitter at Podcast Dynasty. You guys look like you enjoy yourselves. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
this is
is.
fun, man. I love this.
Yeah, this is awesome. But it is 10 o'clock at night, Eastern Time at New York City. We're freaking exhausted. We all got to work.
Yeah.
So we love you guys. And
Peace, love, and applesauce.
Peace.
Peace.